Hi guys, this is Mohan and this is Mohan Talks. So today we are going to have a conversation which is very different from what you have always seen in my Instagram. We have the founder of Runs4Research, Mr. Jake Burton, who is based in Lincolnshire with us. Hi Jake.
Hi, Mohan. Thanks for having me on this chat.
So Jake, I myself signed up with Runs4Research last year and I've also renewed my membership this year because I kind of enjoy it only because of the reason behind this program. So that brings up to my first question. What is Runs4Research program? Are there any stories behind it?
Yeah, so Runs4Research, in a nutshell, is an initiative founded by myself in 2021. It's mainly for club cricketers who commit to make a donation to Alzheimer's Research UK at the end of the season based on the runs and the wickets that they score when they're playing cricket. This all came about because at the back end of 2020, I lost my granddad. At the end of his life, he suffered a little bit with Alzheimer's. So it kind of sparked something in me to bring cricket and potentially raise some money for Alzheimer's together. So this is where the Runs4Research concept kind of came about. As a way to kind of honour his legacy, because he was a massive cricket fan. He kind of inspired myself, my dad, my sister, all to play. So therefore, it kind of felt like a really good combination.
Great. So why did you choose cricket when there are other sports also in the UK?
I think again because of his kind of connection with cricket. We've always been a massive sporting family, playing all different types of sport. But I think for what we were trying to do, and people have asked a similar question as to why not football, why not hockey. I think the problem with those sports is, how do you contribute something based on something in a game of football or a game of hockey? It's going to be based on goals. Well, naturally, only certain people in hockey and football score goals. Whereas in cricket, everybody most of the time gets a chance to bat or bowl, or both in some instances. So it kind of felt like a way to bring everybody together. And even then, even with those that don't bat or bowl, we offer now things on fielding and not outs and bits and pieces like that. So it feels as if it brings more people involved, and people can get involved more in the game, I suppose.
Absolutely makes sense. What kind of impact has this created so far?
So I think and I think the best way to answer this is to look at the numbers. So in year one, we had about 200 players. By year three, we got best part of 900 players. We've now kind of set a stall out where we had just over 700 last year. We've got more than 450 so far this year, and we're only now in March. I think the growth from 200 players in the first year, the way to probably put it even more so is when I first started the cause in 2021, I was hoping for maybe 100 players. So to see it go from 100 to 900 to kind of steady at sort of 700 players every year shows the impact it's had and how people have taken to it. How many people have got behind the cause because they can see the benefits of it. They can understand the story like we talked about earlier. And they can just generally feel that it's a good thing to do. I think the community that have got behind it, whether that be yourself, man, are involved in cricket clubs. Cricket clubs are very social places, and once one person supports it, it can quite easily spread around cricket clubs, and it's certainly a positive impact in that regard. We've brought teams together, players together from all around the country to play in matches for Runs4Research, just as an alternative way of getting people together, because that's what the cricket community is great at doing.
Yeah, great thing. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I personally signed up, as I said, last year, and it's sort of self-promotion. So I was amongst the top performers of the week twice. I got featured in Runs4Research last year.
Yeah.
I think it was both with bowling, where I got 4 for 18, 4 for 18 twice.
Yep.
Which brings me to my next question. How can new players sign up with Runs4Research?
So Runs4Research signups are really, really simple. So across our social media and on our website, runs4research.org.uk, there is a sign-up form. It's a really simple Google form where you just fill in all your details, mainly being the clubs that you play for. Once you've done that, then we do everything else. All the stats and the runs and the wickets are collated by us, and you don't need to do anything else other than actually play your games of cricket. And I think that's what, again, makes it really unique, because we're not putting any onus on any players. We're just saying, look, you sign up, you commit to your donation at the end of the season, and other than that, we do everything else.
Great. So just on top of this question, if a player plays for, say, more than a club, 2 or 3 clubs, he might be a ringer for a club. So how does that work? He can add his
Exactly
second,
that.
third
Yeah,
club.
yeah. So I think with us, it's just communication, letting us know that you're playing for somebody else. The majority of the time, what happens is because most of the UK cricket is free play cricket. You have a profile the majority of the time, and all of your games are linked to that profile. And we extract the data from the profile. We're not extracting it from a specific club or a specific match. We're pulling your profile, so your stats, because then that allows people to move between clubs in the off season, and it not cause any major issues.
Right. Makes sense. Last question is, what are the different ways players can raise funds?
So again, the fundamentals historically have always been it's 5 pence per run, and 50 pence per wicket. That kind of felt that across the course of a normal season, people's average donation then gets to around £20, which we felt was pretty reasonable. Some people are going to have really, really good seasons and might make £80, £90. Other people might play less cricket or have less contributions to games, and it might only be £5. So that's kind of how the calculations were done previously. What we've introduced for 2026 as a couple of kind of additionals is we brought in fielding dismissals, so catches, run-outs, things like that, to kind of add something to players that maybe want to add a little bit more to their donation. Similarly with wicket-keeping dismissals, again, 50p per wicket-keeping dismissal, because naturally if you're a wicket-keeper, you're not going to be getting any contributions for bowling. And then what we've then brought in, kind of in partnership with a guy down in the south called Matt, who runs a mental health charity called Not Out, is bringing in 50p contribution for every time you're not out at the end of an innings, which again is just something else that we wanted to showcase as part of our community, because Runs4Research has been running for 6 years and we've built up a big player base of people that are involved in the cause, so that we can spread kind of other causes at the same time. So the fielding, the wicket keeping and the not outs are all optional. The batting and the bowling, the runs and the wickets are kind of the mainstay.
Yeah, perfect. The only way, come to yourself and click the link and donate, or is there a Just Giving kind of a page as well?
So all the donations at the end of the season are done via Just Giving. So we have a website that has a leaderboard on it that shows people what their donation is kind of totaled up to during the season. That's updated on a weekly basis. And then during the season, you'll get an email at the end of every month that will give you, again, that total, so that if you're not looking at the leaderboard, you can see what your donation's building up to. And within that, there will be a Just Giving link that allows players to go in and donate, even if they want to kind of spread the cost a little bit. Rather than there being a £50 donation at the end of the season, they might choose to donate £10 at the end of every month to spread the cost a little bit, because we know it does all add up. But again, it's all done via Just Giving, so we don't hold any of the funds. Everything is then going straight into Just Giving and then been passed on straight to the charity, kind of through their processes. So again, your money is going direct to Alzheimer's, but it's coming via our medium, so that we can record it and we can celebrate kind of how much the cricket community has raised, which is about to tip over to £67,000 across 6 seasons of Runs4Research.
Oh, wow, that's great. But thank you very much for your time, Jake. I'm sure I'm going to share the link in my description, also probably in my bio as well, and also tag yourself in the video. And let's have more players sign up, and let's make more money towards this charity this year. Thank you very much for your time, Jake.
Thanks, Mohan. It's been much appreciated for giving me the exposure.